Great to talk through the story.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, I don't think the FDA is going to say yes. But we don't know. Never know. When I hear striking, it's like, look, the data's the data, man. They didn't publish this, right? Still hasn't said when we expect news. I want to look at Moderna. I also kind of want to finish Bumble. A lot of benefits to being public. Access to capital is number one. Why would you short MicroStrategy at the Bitcoin all-time high? Seems like a good price to short it. Why wouldn't you? You want to wait for Bitcoin to be at a 52-week low? So Moderna has data by year end? That's really soon. We haven't even really looked into anything yet. I'm just sort of preparing some files, getting ready. We can look at Coherus. So these guys are the biosimilar company. They made a bunch of different biosimilars. I'm very curious how they've done. Oh, they actually have a ton of debt. So that's, even though it's a 200 million market cap, they have 370 enterprise value. I didn't have anything on Tara. Tara was started by a former employee of mine. Oh, haven't looked at Krispy Kreme in a while. I was wondering if you liked the keyboard or hated it, or makes my job a little easier. If you're trading NASDAQ futures, then I'm trading with you. You trading biotech, I'm trading with you. Netflix stock has done really well. So if you're trading NASDAQ, I'm trading it with you. If you're trading biotech, I'm trading it with you. If you're long Microstrategy, you're long Humacyte. HUMA didn't do a clinical trial. They did a historical control. It's not a clinical trial. Historical control is when, instead of doing a clinical trial, you compare your data to a published paper, which is what 𝗏 does. It's not evidence of anything. That's the type of guy that thinks he's doing an experiment with one arm. Whenever somebody, a lot of guys like to say, we ain't doing that. And I worked for Kramer 24 years ago. How many approvals have you seen on historical controls? Stop. They're called clinical trials for a reason. You want to bet? Bro, I've been looking at biotech 25 years. Don't insult me like that. Hundreds? Hundreds? All right, now I know you're a clown. How many BLAs have been approved on historical controls? VLAs or NDAs? Name any that aren't rare diseases. Historical controls. Man, it's called a placebo. Now you're crazy. Trial. It literally means a trial, to compare two things. I can be wrong sometimes, Jeff. That does happen. I'm not not perfect. They are not. It's very rare for FDA to let you use historical controls. I mean, I've used them before in ultra rare, ultra orphan diseases where you can't do a control group. Yeah, I know what the definition of historical control is. I've run historical control studies, dude. I'm really in this space. I'm not even allowed to tell you all the stuff that I've done or am doing. I don't even want to look at Chegg anymore. I disavow Chegg. Nah, come on, man. You want to do a clinical trial if you can. Only time you could use historical. That's like a new cancer drug going to FDA saying, yeah, we don't want to do a trial. We just want to compare against what's in the latest NEJM. I'm not shorting GME now. I mean, maybe, man, maybe. Never say never. I'm just saying historical control is not a good. You'd much rather have stronger evidence. A randomized controlled trial would be good. I read once or twice that that's the gold standard. I don't know if that's still true. Maybe historical control is better. I don't know. Matt Nacktrab would be a billionaire if that was true. I like this guy. True, generally. What are your drug credentials, dude? I know you're not trying to patronize me, but it's not an easy indication, but there are ways to do it. I mean, you literally have a control group, and you could do an open label control group, right? The real problem is non-inferiority. Nobody wants to do a non-inferiority study. I've never done a non-inferiority study, but I've traded dozens of non-inferiority studies. They're very hard to power. They would have to do 500 patients or 1,000 patients. I would date a little liberal woman. Non-inferiority studies are very hard because you have to decide the non-inferiority margin. And then you just end up with a superiority study in a lot of ways anyway. Because you want numerical non-inferiority. and statistical non-inferiority. And that's hard to do. But if you look at the non-inferiority statistical methods, they're very, very hard. I mean, Soundhoud is one of these companies that's like, it seems like it's well run. They're growing rapidly. It's kind of hard to short stocks like that, even if they're overvalued. Because if they keep growing, their valuation will keep growing too. The tricky thing with 𝗣𝗑𝗘𝗢 is, when does EMA reject them? If they reject them right away, it'll go down a lot. But if they don't reject them right away, it might be a while. They're not even bothering with the FDA, which is hilarious. Like, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. Like, that's the insane thing. Like, no, I'd just be shorting Microstrategy now. I mean, you can see its performance. It's been dropping. Yeah, it's not a fake vein. I mean, it's a protein-based vein or acellular vein or artery. It's not a bad idea. It's just a question of, like, how much have they studied it, and can the FDA safely approve it? Let me tell you something. New York NYPD has some of the best detectives in the world. No joke. The best of the best. But yeah, if they don't find them now, the chances they're going to find them drops dramatically. But they're not going to give up either. He must have left Central Park by now. It's a big company. And he was not the CEO of the parent company. He was the CEO of the insurance company. Well, I'm trying to look at COHERUS. Oh, wow. So they're selling 𝗬𝗓𝗑𝗦. I can never say it. 𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗬𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 183.4. This could be a good long. Coherus trading below cash. I like that. Yeah, AVXL is down a lot. There'll be AI in Goodell very shortly. Their drug doesn't work, Josh. No, VK, you cannot keep your student discount. Man, I should raise price on you just for saying that. Just for saying that. Man, find this man's account, raise the price. Account. You want a discount?
Autofilled.
Man. My goal is to make the best financial software the world has ever seen. And as somebody who's traded a lot of stock, and I mean a lot of stock, I've traded a lot. Most of the people who make these products have never traded. Whether you're a chart guy, a quant guy, a fundamental guy, a day trader, I'll make the best software for you. My question is, patience. This kind of thing is a long-term thing. And look, Bloomberg got lazy. He stopped investing. He stopped caring about his product. Made too much money. Same thing happens to me. I don't know. It's one thing about this is I love the game. I love the game. I can't. Bloomberg banned me from using their software. I've been using their software since I was 17. They're going to pay. You understand me? They're going to pay for insulting me. Yeah, Microstrategy. Everyone went long hoping something magical would happen at 100K. Even some of you clowns are telling me, why would you short it? Why? It's gonna go up. Bitcoin's up, it should be up. No! What happened? No! Market might really crash for real. It's gonna get ugly. Soon, JK, soon. Bloomberg is 5'7" on a good day. I met him when I was in college. Look, man, he was my hero. But the man's like 200 years old now. Bloomberg hasn't traded a stock in 30, 40 years, man. Come on. Yeah, this is about Birdman, who's the owner of Cash Money Records.
Autofilled.
Birdman is he's a very interesting figure, to say the least. Market's gonna crash, dude. I don't know, I just feel it. Feel it in my bones. A lot of stuff is overvalued. The whole MicroStrategy meme is... It was all a meme. It was all a meme. I used to read Word Up magazine. Does anybody still read that, though? Are you gonna believe in cash money? That guy's great. MicroStrategy is an easy short because the second derivative of Bitcoin cannot stay positive. I'm just making some adjustments to the portfolio. I want to focus on the forthcoming biotech binary events. There's like 5 or 6 of them coming. Oh, HUMA's coming. HUMA's coming soon. HUMA's coming soon. Don't worry about that. You can either approve it or not approve it. Believe that. HUMA's definitely coming. I don't know what they're going to do, but HUMA's coming. Do not come. Do not come. I made the bet on Polymarket. I told Polymarket to make it. They made it. We have a lot more users. How many? We even have more paying users. I love each and every one of you. I'm just so tired. I wish I could be your personal stock analyst. Every single person. I'm just, I don't know. This week has been exhausting for me. Probably go to the doctor. I'm like low on iron, low on B12, low on D3, vitamin D. I literally made the bet on Polymarket. I created that bet. I'm going to go and just make sure it gets done. I'm going to be supervising, cheering guys on. Let's go. Come on. What are you waiting for? Let's move it. I went to the courthouse for another thing, and whole courthouse dabbed me up. Especially the dude in the bodega. He's a real one. He's like, hey, yo. And he's like, you ain't got no scratches. You did that time, bro. And I was like, yeah. No scratches. I was like, no scratches. No bruises. Looking crispy. It was great. I'm there with like 6 of my lawyers. SM. So I once struggled in calculus as well. I know that's hard to believe. Try a different calculus book. And try different like YouTube, try ChatGPT. Just switch up whatever you're doing. Don't try to read the same book and understand it. I feel so many different emotions when you say that. Because on the one hand, it should be inspiring. On the other hand, yes, it should be a little bit of jealousy, and that should inspire you too. But that could cause you to cut corners. I think that happened a lot with Sam Bankman. And I know it happened to myself early in my career. See other people doing well, and you say, why isn't that not me? But then if you cut a corner to try to get to the top faster, you can make a big mistake. You know, you got to go at your own pace. And when you're young, nobody can tell you that, as Kanye would say. You're not trying to hear that. You're not trying to listen, you know, and that's the folly of a lot of younger people, especially ambitious people. So if you act like you're in a race, you can burn out very fast. Can't cut corners. Why do I look up to Buffett so much? Come on. I don't look up to him enough. He kissed the ground he walks on, man. He's the greatest who ever lived. Greatest investor of all time, greatest businessman of all time. I am the value investing type. I can't find one stock I like as a long. I'm short everything. Come on. Stuff I like is like 1 times earnings. I bought Chegg at 1 times earnings. Even Chegg I'm nervous about. I look at something at 1 times earnings and say, why not half a times earnings? Yeah, it does look good actually. Coherus does look good. It's a value stock, deep value stock. Yeah, Humphrey, for sure. I mean, investing is a very, very hard life. You know, if you want to be a professional investor, it is a lonely life. It is a mentally difficult life. You're always thinking about stocks, but it's a game. It's no different from somebody playing ball for a living, or chess for a living, or poker for a living. Coherus is CHRS. Looks like a deep value stock to me. Looks fairly attractive. But again, with a lot of these deep value stocks, there's not much upside either. Coherus, CHRS. It's right on my screen. Maybe this is print's too small for you to see. There it is, Coherus. Chegg is not profitable by GAAP. Chegg has positive cash flow. Do not touch Coherus. Why? What was I talking about? I'm not shorting GameStop. I was talking about how I haven't been feeling well. I think something's going to happen after the close tonight in the biotech world, but I don't know for sure.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
I'm just, speculating. I use our product. I help improve our product. I work on the weekends at night, but I do sales and investor relations and product. And the only way to sort of decide on product is to use it a lot. Something finna happen tonight.
Order partially filled.
And I'm
Order filled.
I haven't been feeling great. I mean, it's got to be one of these Neumora, HUMA, any one of these SLS. Something's gonna happen. It's too many days, and it's not happening tomorrow. So maybe if it's not tonight, this stuff has to happen at least on Monday. But I've seen Friday morning as well. DLAL knows. It could be AVXL. Look at AVXL's down 14%. You know, you could tell in the streets as well. Streets are quiet. Sorry, I can't really change who I am. I know you guys think I'm a nerd, programmer, financier. I'm just really a kid from Brooklyn, man. I can't change that. I'll never be upper crust high society. Take me to a fancy event. I don't know how to act, man. I put my feet up on the table. Just Shkreli, what you doing? Put your feet down. Don't you know this is the 17th annual Rich Guys Awards? I'm just sitting there thinking, man, when can I get out of here? Throw some dice. Not no Mora, new Mora. We talking dice. What you know about some dice? It could be tonight. I don't know. AVXL's stupid enough to do. You don't understand the weird life I've lived. You couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be me. I remember everything. Everything that's ever happened to me, I remember it. I look at a book once, I remember it. Everything. I remember the pages I've read in a book, what pages they were, what was on the page. I've never vaped or zinned either. No, I don't remember things verbatim.
Order filled.
I like VKTX.
Order partially filled.
I mean, how could you not like a GLP-1? Like, there's just no real way to not like GLP-1s. They're great drugs. So, 3rd in class, 4th in class, 5th in class. There's only 2. So, if you look at PD1s, 3rd, 4th PD1s still selling billions. I got to put my trades on.
Order filled.
Before you guys see them. Because if you guys see them, you're going to copy them. I'm trying to turn this account from
Order filled.
100K. I can maybe even get to 5 by the end of the year. I'm going to try to get to at least 2.
Order partially filled.
You can get it to 10? I'll give you 50% fee. But you lying. Why are you lying for?
Order partially filled.
You making a 10x?
Order filled.
You gonna make a 10x for Shkrels? Let me guess. You're gonna buy GameStop and AMC.
Order partially filled.
A Microstrategy.
Order filled.
If you subscribe to Godel, I will cook you dinner. I don't know how to cook.
Order partially filled.
So maybe I'll just take you to dinner.
Order filled.
You get 1 dinner a year with Shkreli. I don't know if I can achieve that because we get a lot of customers. So there may be a delay in processing your order. Yeah, if you're in New York, I'll take you to dinner. If you're a customer, that's easy. I just need your proof of purchase. Pick my brain. I don't know every stock though, you know. I don't have a lot to say, but I'm happy to do that, especially if people are willing to do a group dinner. That'll be my pleasure to take everybody out. One life lesson: be humble. Be humble. I looked at CADL briefly. I didn't trust it. The data, like it's adenovirus, right? Hard to adenovirus to move a needle on cancer. We get adenovirus all the time. I don't know.
Order partially filled.
It susses me out a bit. Oh man, AVXL is really getting. It's got more than 1,000 people trying to short it too. It's just 1,000 dudes just shorting AVXL right now. We need a subscriber only chat in Godel. These are small markets sometimes that traffic in, and you know it's not comfy when all of you pile in the same trade as me.
Order partially filled. Order
Supposed to be my exit liquidity. Thanks, GSCO. The old so GSCO used to be Goldman Sachs. It still is the 4 market maker ID for Goldman Sachs. It's a cool username to get. Used to pick up the phone when GSCO is calling. You could see the light on your screen. So some old school traders know this. All quiet on the Western Front. Maybe nothing comes out tonight. 2 minutes. I would slightly prefer nothing to come out tonight. Although our options expiration is coming at some point. And I want these to be spaced out. I don't want everything to happen on the same night. I thought you liked Bacon Kitty. Okay. A lot of news at 4:15. Don't see anything that'll corner my eye. Rocket Lab? What's happening with Rocket Lab? Launch window, something or other. Yep, LBPH did go up. I don't know why you would assume the same for some random stock just because LBPH went up. Lots of stocks went up this year. It's like, see what happened with NVIDIA? I think that's going to happen to Intel. How does that help me? I was excited about 12 days of OpenAI. On the first day of Christmas, Sam Altman gave to me. OpenAI is a software company that makes... I don't even know what they make.
Some kind of software. We're short DJT. What? Buying DJT? Why would you buy DJT? You like losing money? Huge Truth Social user? They're releasing something every day for 12 days. Pretty crazy. Kind of unprecedented. GameStop is just one I don't need to mess with. I kind of like Ryan Cohen. I don't like Roaring Kitty.